Hey, what's up traders? Welcome back to Forex Gym. This is a weekly Forex analysis from 27th of April to 1st of May. Those who don't know me, my name is George, an independent Forex trader. I upload videos about trading every single day, so make sure to hit that subscribe. So in this video, I'm going to be analyzing British pounds against US dollar, followed by Aussie against US dollar. And we're starting with the British pounds against US dollar from the monthly time frame. So I pulled up this chart for the monthly time frame, and we can see for the last month the price came all the way down and it made a fresh new low down here. This is a fresh new low. That's where the pound's been weakest, but then it has recovered more than half of it, and we have left this sort of a hammer candle. And for this month now, the price has not been doing too much, and we need to go and have a look at the weekly time frame and see what we have to have a clearer picture. So we can see in here on a weekly time frame that we had this weekly candle here, which was the recovery one, and it's closed nice and strongly bullish. And then since then it's pretty much been up and down. It came up and tested this highs where I've got this this line here, the horizontal line. That's a big resistance zone. So the price came up and tested that resistance. So as we can see, there are a lot of price action going on, so that's why it is a resistance area. So the price came up, tested in here, we can see it, and after testing this zone here, it has the immediate retracement, and the price came down and tested this low. It has not really taken out the this spike low down here, so this might happen in the future. However, we need to go and analyze on the daily time frame and see what we have it in there, because as at the moment the price is looking, it can more likely can go either both ways really. So we need to go and have a look at the daily time frame, see what we have it in there. So this horizontal line is that weekly resistance area. So it's the same area. It's a little bit different, but it's the same area as on a weekly time frame. So we can see that the price of this long retracement, the price came down, and after testing that weekly low, which was around can't really see it but in here, but on a weekly time frame, which I showed it earlier, came up, and it has now it having a mild push up for these last three candles. We can see these three candles, they look very weak. They're looking there is no strength in this one towards upside, so there's a good chance the price wants to go down for, at the very minimum, maybe when taking out this low here. So this is more like let's test this. So 23.60 is price at the moment, and for this one, this is more like what I call it a semi-swing ones. It's not huge pips out of it, but for now we can greatly target this zone. So I do think that the price might want to come down this zone at 122.20 zone down to here, so 122.20. So that will be the first target on this one. Because we don't know where the price might want to go. The reason why is both ways. The price, we need to wait. The price either going to break these lows down here, actually this spike here, then so these two zones. Oops. Okay, so this zone and actually this zone. So this is the main resistance up here. So if the price breaks this where the horizontal line is, then definitely we're looking to go long, but until it's done that, then I'm not interested. The zones are at, the first one's going to be at 121.70. so if this price comes down and breaks this this spike low, which is at around 121.70, and nice close, something like this bearish candle, then I will be definitely shorting and most likely holding the position down to these lows down here. And as of the upside goes, I do want to see price breaking this weekly resistance zone, because I do think that it's pretty hard. It looks pretty strong to break it, so I do want to see a break of that before I jump into the long side for the longer term. So potentially will be holding up to this maybe to these highs, but that's a bit too early to discuss. As of the swings, as I mentioned, I'm going to recap now. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to wait for the break of this area if we're going to short it, and then break of this area if you're going to go to long. So far it's on this range. It might continue for a long time, you never know, but it can continue for maybe even a week or two in the same range. Price does like to do that before it's either break up or kind of break lower. So just to be prepared, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty of day trading opportunity, which I will be discussing on my live daily forex analysis. And we continue with the Aussie against US dollar. So this looks like the kind of similar to the British pounds against US dollar. The exception is this is not the fresh new low. We can see that there is a lower down here. So let's go and analyze, have a closer look. So the price came down. I think I did mention it on that was in a couple of weeks back that the price wants to come down and take out this spike. Well, it did, and it even continued to go further down. However, it did recover quite a bit, and we have this half week left in here, as well as this this monthly bullish candle, though it does not look that strong for now. We still have about a week before this monthly candle is closed. Now let's drill down to the weekly time frame and let's have a look at the and we see that this nice strong weekly bullish candles in here and in here are very strong, and however for this week and last week it does not look that strong. We have this steep trend line in here, which price is trying to break. I do think it will succeed because the steep trend lines are much easier to break rather than if it's not steep trend lines. Something like this one, this is not very steep. This trend line is not very steep, so it's the trend lines like this one. It's more difficult to break rather than steep trend lines. So I do think that it's most likely going to break this trend line and probably going to continue higher. We need to look at the shorter time frames in here. As of the daily time frames, we can see that price coming up nicely. It came up nicely. This was that weekly bullish candle, the one we saw it, followed by this retracement up here, down here, and then we had this nice strong bullish strength towards upside. So then it came out to this trend line here, and it for the first attempt it failed to break it, and now we can see after it retraced, it played around a bit, and now we can see that the price is kind of attempting to another try to break it. There's a good chance it's going to break it, so I don't want to see break of these highs before I come into the long side. This is my preference for now, and the potential to run it will be more likely somewhere up here about 60, about 66.40 zone, but it is still developing yet. So if the price comes up and breaks this area and closes nicely as well, pay attention to the candles because they are very important how they close. Even if the price comes up, let's say like this, for instance, it's pretty good. I'm pretty bad at drawing, I do admit that, but let's say the price came up like this. Okay, it doesn't look that good. No, I'm not happy with that, right? It's kind of learning a bit drawing now. So let's say that the price came up like this. So that means kind of broken, but it's not really broken. It closes like this, sort of an inverted hammer. Then I would not be interested until the price continues and closes nicely. So I do want to see a close the candle above these highs, which is at 164.40, or so another 50 pips roughly. It's not that far away, so that's why I need to pay attention for the candles because they are important. For now, we will be looking towards upside, but we want to wait break of these highs here. As of the stop losses and targets go, and let's see, they discuss the stop loss area. So if the price comes up and closes, as for the pure example, let's say the price come up and close at 64.70, then we want a retracement down to this zone, same zone as these highs. We got these highs, and we also have this spike here, this two spike, this kind of low, and we got this this spike here. So that should be a good support after the price broken that area. So if the price comes up at what was that, 64.70, roughly speaking, doesn't have to be exact, and then retracement to 64.40. So 64.40 gonna be our entry, and as of the stop losses goes, we're gonna have 64.40 most likely. 40 pips, you need a very minimum on this one. 40 pips, you can get away with 40 pips stop loss on here, so 40 or 50 pips, but definitely minimum 40 pips on this, but you can give it extra space. 65.90 is going to be our target with the for the entry, which is at 64.40. Okay guys, this was a weekly forex analysis for British pounds against US dollar and Aussie against US dollar. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. I make videos about trading every single day. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys in my next video.